Hey guys, my name is Ramsey. I am doing my first review video slash comparison. Um, I'm doing the Razors, Vortex Razors versus the Kronos. I looked for this video multiple times and I just couldn't find it. I know I saw one video about the Kronoses, bunch of video on the Razors. So let's just get into it right now and let's start with the Razors. So first things first, these are $1,000, $999 plus tax for those. Let's see what you get. So you get the glass pack. You get all the fixings, all the good stuff in here. Get the how to set up your glass pack. You do get the glass pack, so if you don't have a bino harness, if you're spending $1,000 on a bino, you're probably got the money to upgrade the bino harness. I'm not a big fan of this bino harness, but it's nice that they include it. But I do know that I'll be letting somebody use it this year. It comes with a neck strap for your binos. I don't use it. I know some people that do, and they love it. They say it's really comfortable. It does come with a cleaning cloth. I have like a million of them, so I haven't used it. It does come with all of the lens covers, which, here's what they look like. I just don't use them, just because they get in the way. And out of the many of years that I've used the Vortex line, I haven't even scratched a lens. So like I've dropped them, I've abused them, and they just have really good lenses. I'm not the biggest fan of Vortex, but I have used them in the past. I've had quite a few different pairs, but they are pretty good quality. So with that, I've been using these for shed hunting and things like that. So they're pretty good. I have had some time behind them. They are kind of growing on me. They are a 42 millimeter objective lens, 10 power. They are the HDs. They do have the magnesium chassis with a locking diopter. Not a fan of this locking diopter, and here's why. So I like to adjust my diopter while using my glass. So I'll be up here, I'm trying to adjust my diopter, and it's just really hard. Different lightings, I like to make that adjustment on the fly. This is just so hard and stiff, and when it gets cold, it's even harder. Wearing gloves, also this gets really tight when it gets cold. So I just like to leave it unlocked, or I just don't mess with it and I just grin and bear it, I guess. The focus knob is really smooth. The hinge on here is really stiff, which a lot of people do like, just because you're not adjusting very often once you have it set up for yourself. The eye cups are really smooth. They are very comfortable. I do not get a headache when using these binos. They are really clear. The chromatic aberration on here is pretty good. There's just a small kind of chromatic aberration around the edge, but other than that, it's very minimal. Very good binocular. I believe at 1,000 yards, the field of view on this was 362 feet, which is pretty good. So you can't complain about that. I really like the detail, the coloration, everything on this. It's a very vibrant piece of glass. It is lightweight, lighter than a lot of binoculars are. The packaging could be better, but overall it's not a bad piece at all. So let's go over to the Athlon Kronos. So it doesn't come with this. This is just for my tripod. Eyeglass from a tripod. Makes everything 1,000 times better. I love these binocs. $500 is the price on these. $499. It does have a locking diopter, but it is right here. So I don't know if you can see that right there, but it goes all the way over just like a normal diopter would. But it does lock in place, so you can't move it around. But that comes in handy when you're glassing. You have a little bit of light change, you need to adjust it. I find that helps me out a ton. The eye cups on here, very smooth, very comfortable. It does have a little bit less field of view, and it is slightly heavier than the Vortex. So the field of view on this is 338 feet at 1,000 yards, which isn't terrible, but it's not the best. But you gotta pick some and choose some on your battles. It does have a 42 millimeter objective, and it is 10 power, 10 magnification. The focus wheel on this is awesome. The hinge, again, very stout. You just can't beat the price on this. For $500, this is the Kronos, Athlon Kronos, and it is the UHD glass, which is great. It does have the magnesium chassis. Anyways, what's in the box? I love this box. Athlon always does a great job on their packaging. So they do put magnets in here. I think that's freaking genius. Anyways, comes with this. Not a big fan of this case, but it's a case. Most people, when they buy a bino, they're going to buy a new harness for it anyways. So it does come with all this neoprene neck strap. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of these, so I don't use them. It does come with a cleaning cloth. I am currently using that one right now. Comes with all your instructions. And then it does come with your lens caps. Like I said, not a fan. They just get in your way, and I would rather just wipe dust off my lens and just keep going. I've had these things for going on, I don't know, 4 seasons now, and there's not even a scratch on them. They're a bit dirty though, but they both have lifetime warranties. They're both great binoculars. Holding them side by side, the Athlon is a lot more rugged. It's a lot more heavier, but something about the Vortex just feels really good in the hands. They're both super clear. I put them both on a tripod. In fact, I have the tripod mount for the Vortex right here. I put them on and compared them side by side, and they are honestly really, really similar. Clarity, like, I couldn't notice a difference. Chromatic aberrations has a little bit more on this. There's a little bit more chromatic aberrations around the edge on the Kronoses, but it's $500 less, right? But this ED glass that they have here is great. In low light situations, the Razors do outperform, which is okay. It's pretty pretty normal, I guess. $1,000. Okay. Not knocking on Vortex, are great. I've used them in the past. And I'm going to use them this year. I think I'm going to stick to using them, and they're growing on me. I definitely starting to like them. So I just have these sitting in the truck and just using them like that. So I hope these don't fail me, because these have proved themselves to me time and time again. Last year I was sitting on a mountain and 500 yards away, glassing through this thick, piney area, and all I see is a little flick, just like that, and caught my eye. And when you're on a tripod, things like catch your eyes a lot easier. But it was an elk, right? Super satisfied with these. So I'm gonna give these a try this year and see what they have. My wife will get mad if I don't, just because, you know, $1,000. So, but my honest opinion is, if you have the $1,000, go ahead, spend it on here, or spend $500 on here, get you a really nice vinyl harness, get you a decent tripod and a mount for the same price as what this is going to cost you. So that's my take on it. I'd like to hear what you guys have to think about it, or what your guys' opinion is, and hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Do you guys agree with this? I do know a lot of people that comment, hey, Athlon is where it's at, like on my Facebook and things like that, in different groups that I join. They say, oh, the Razors are overrated, just go with the Kronoses, Well, I've had the Kronoses for quite a few years, and they're astonishing for the price. And honestly, when Vortex started, you know, you couldn't beat Vortex either. But Athlon makes a good scope, right? Their Kronos line is their top of the line. And I had their 15 power binos, but I sold them so that I can get a spotter or a spotting scope. But anyways, I wanted to do this video. I'm not sponsored. I don't have any sort of affiliation with any of these companies. This is just my own personal experience. So I had everything Vortex before I went to Athlon products. I actually had everything Vortex scopes on my rifles, Vortex spotting scopes, and then Vortex binoculars. And then I traded them all out for Athlon products because, one, they were cheaper than all the Vortex line, and two, they're just phenomenal. For the price, you get, you know, amazing products. They both have lifetime warranties. They're both transferable warranties, which is just great. So I have sent things back to Vortex before. I have yet to send anything to Athlon. So that's my take on it. Let me know in the comments what your guys' opinions are. If you guys want me to go into more depth, I do have a phone scope. I can put it on here so that way we can do a side-by-side test. That way, if you guys would like, let me know. I also have other products that I want to do reviews on that I've used in the last couple seasons. I'm pretty excited about. So please like and subscribe.